Hello everyone, welcome back to Made Real Sweden. That's my TikTok name, and Made Real Swedish chapter, that's my YouTube name. Yes. Yeah, those of you who haven't subscribed, please consider liking, sharing, and even subscribing. Yes, by that way you will be pushing me up. Yeah, thank you for that. Yes. So today we are going to talk about when help becomes family. Where do we draw the line? Yes, back home we have what we call like maids, home help, or house girl. I have so many of these terms, but as for me, what is important is as long as we give them respect, that's super important. So dears, let's talk about it today. Back home in Uganda, having a house helper is normal. Almost every family has one. Yes, almost. This middle class, of course, but it's a everyday thing. You have someone if you're working, yes, because you want someone who's going to help you at home when you're not at home. Yes, but in a diaspora, yes, this same help is like luxury. It's super expensive, and often out of reach, dears. But here is the uncomfortable truth, dears. Sometimes the help comes with hidden problems. Yes, dears. So dears, well, let's come to talk about this. Let's have an honest conversation, no sugarcoating. Yes, about house helpers, family roles and boundaries. Yes, in Uganda, it's reality. Many homes depend on heavy on house helpers. Like I said, they cook, they clean, they raise the children. Sometimes they do almost everything, in the house, and because they are so involved in the daily life, dears, they become like very close to their families. But dears, here is where it can get complicated. Dears, when someone is doing everything in the home, dears, they don't just stay. The helper becomes more than that. They just stay, the helper, like there, but they are more than that. Yes, dears. Friends, let's talk about the part when the lines start to blur, to be unclear, dear, foggy. Yes, dears. Children may bond more with the helper than the mother or the parents. They run first to her. She becomes the one who understands their daily needs. Yes, and sometimes even the man of the house gets too comfortable with that. Remember that? Too comfortable. It starts small, dears, taking like joking, talking, like joking, depending on her more and more, because she's everywhere, in the house, even in the garden at times. She's handling everything, fixing everything. That comfort can cross the lines, dears. And when boundaries are not clear, respect, starts disappearing. Yes, dears. This is some thing that people don't always say out loud, dears, but men have seen it and heard it about it, so people know about everything. Let's go to part 3. The diaspora, a different reality. Let's compare. Let's talk about people living abroad. Yes, like in the diaspora, the life, let's compare the life. Yes, here getting a housekeeper or helper is super expensive, dears. Most families cannot afford full-time help. No, it's so expensive. So parents do almost everything themselves: work, childcare, cooking, cleaning, all of it. Because it's costly. And you rarely see the same level of dependence. And fewer chances for those kinds of blood roles. Can happen. It can happen. Let's come to part 4. The negative side we ignore. Back home, because it is so common, people don't always question it. Yes, But when one person becomes so, too central in the home, doing the work, raising the children, or is present, it can create emotional confusion and sometimes unhealthy attachments. Yes, not because helpers are bad, but because boundaries were never clearly set. We didn't set the boundaries. Friends, let's talk about the balance. This is part 5, and awareness. This is not about blaming anyone. No, dears, helpers play an important role. Yeah, an important role. Families need support, but rules must stay clear, dears. Respect must stay strong, yes, and boundaries must be protected, because once one of those lines are crossed, it can affect the entire family. Yes, this is a real conversation, especially for those who understand both worlds, back at home in Uganda and the diaspora. So what do you think? Have you seen this happening? Let's talk in the comment section, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and even share. Yeah, it will push me up, and I'll be honored. Thank you for this time, and stay tuned for more stories. Bye.